Hi everybody. So we thought we would take a second to kind of wrap up this little short 3-part series here. We did brides before, how to feel comfortable and how we photograph brides. Same thing with grooms and tips for grooms and groomsmen. And so we thought we would discuss a little bit about what it looks like and how we help our couples with their bridal portraits, bride and groom together, how they can feel more comfortable in front of the lens, because it's sometimes a little bit awkward for people where they claim that it is. So there's 3 things that we want to talk about that are important and that we try to do. The very first one is, you'll find with our style is Patrick's the one taking the photographs and I'm the one staging and I'm the one having, you know, the fun time, the jokes, the conversation, the weird things to get coupled to lighten up.
Yeah, I think actually maybe back up a little bit and talk about the importance of actually taking some time just for the bride and groom. When you're taking wedding photos, obviously you're part documentarian, you're part photojournalist, and part portrait photographer
and comedian,
part comedian, Parks and Rec line recital, anything one-liners, things to make people joke and laugh. But when you're looking at wedding photos, you always would see images of the ceremony, you always see images of the reception, and like the full bridal party kind of in between the two. Sometimes it kind of, I don't know,
gets forgotten a little bit that brides and grooms should have their own photos together, just the two of them. I mean, after all the days about them. So obviously you've asked these people to be in your wedding party because they're important to you.
Yeah.
But we can't lose sight of the fact that the reason everybody else is there and the reason the bridal party was asked to be part of the wedding is because the bride and groom got married, or whatever, the couple got married. So it's very important that you have more than just one instance of maybe 5 or 6 photos of the two of you in a really nice stylized pose and a loving embrace and a kiss and things like that too. So first and foremost, it's important, we think, that you have those and that you take a couple different instances to create those moments. And then we can kind of circle back to what I talked about before about how we do that. So the first one is making sure that the bride and groom know who we are. We meet with them multiple times so they understand that.
Sure.
And then we make sure that we have fun with them. Again, I'm the one up there cracking jokes, saying things that are probably inappropriate. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves here, and trying to get the couple to lighten up, because it starts to become really awkward when they start to think about what's happening, and we are just taking pictures of just the two of them. But with that, you get a lot of those laughs. I know there was one we just posted, maybe I can splice it in here, of Maddie and John, of them just like cracking up laughing. That's who they are. They're silly, they're in love. Right. That's what we want to see, and that's what we want to photograph, so you can look at that again and get back in that moment.
Yeah, from a posing standpoint, and from a kind of photographic setup perspective, our goal is to set you into a pose that can be more dynamic and less stiff. Meaning, I don't want to have my couples kind of standing there like, the old, American Gothic image of the farmer couple, right?
Standing shoulder to shoulder, side to side.
But we want to put you in a position that's easy to move around and is flexible and that is
fluid.
And it's prone to movement and motion as well as emotion. So we'll work on figuring out what the best position and posing is for something like that. And most often from there, we'll start to ask questions and crack jokes so that we can almost let you start to feel more comfortable and more fun without really worrying about the camera in your face.
And then after that too, another thing that we like to keep on the forefront of our minds whenever we're shooting photography is how the couple interacts and how fun that looks and what we can do to continue that. So it's kind of playing off of my first point, but it's really making sure that the couple feels comfortable. And with that comes, I know we talked about this, the bride segment, is letting your photographer know if there's certain poses or certain ways in which you feel really comfortable and really confident, because we want to try to capture those on we're not going to say film in this case necessarily, but we're trying to capture those as far as...
It's always film. This is film.
Okay. However we're going to deliver it to you in any which way format is just making sure that you feel comfortable, because that shows in photographs. Sit on the reverse of that. Being uncomfortable shows in photographs too. We don't want that. The third, I guess, point that what was the third one we were talking about?
To do it again, to take more time just yourself. So I always like to do a little sweetheart session kind of right at sunset or golden hour. Sometimes it's right after the first dance. Sometimes it's, maybe right before dinner starts, kind of depending on the season and depending on the timeline of your actual wedding day. Because when you're rushing through images, like couples images, either at the first look or maybe between the ceremony and the reception, sometimes it's hard to kind of really feel comfortable and relaxed. So I like to take advantage of that kind of, golden hour sunset time to do a short little sweetheart session, because the couple is typically a little bit more loose. Maybe they've had a drink or two, and we can really take advantage of a really pretty setting and venue, along with really gorgeous light. So it kind of enables you to take individual or couples portraits multiple times throughout the day, and really kind of ensure that you've got a great storytelling aspect to the photos that you've taken.
Yeah, and that kind of comfortable emotion too that comes from it. So we'll circle back again to recap the entire thing is knowing your photographer, feeling comfortable and having those conversations with them so that they know your personality type so that they can, crack jokes and make you feel extra comfortable. The second point is working with your photographer. We have ideas of the way that people work well together, just, being people out in the world. But we want to know what makes you feel comfortable and how you feel the most confident. So please let your photographer know that. And then the third is give yourself multiple instances to do bridal portraits, bride and groom portraits, because you are going to be much happier when you can see the progression of the day, even through those simple moments.
Right.
Even if it's 10 or 15 minutes at a time.
Yep.
Just making sure that those are there and those are part of your day.
Yeah. I think that covers it. Cheers.